What's up, guys? So I just wanted to share my testimony because I know like testimonies can be really powerful, and although mine isn't like, going out wild and partying and like being promiscuous and stuff like that, even though mine isn't like that, I know for a fact there are many people out there who could probably relate. So yeah, all I'm concerned about on this channel really at this point is for all of the people who view my channel to come to Christ, whether it be through my so-called like not Christian videos or my specifically Christian videos. So yeah. So I'll share my testimony by starting out with how I got to this point, a little story to add context to why I didn't accept Christ soon or like at the moment, and then what God used to finally save me, and then where I am today. Okay, so, of course, was born into a Christian family with wonderful parents. Like, I cannot ask for better parents. And I cannot get better parents, because, those are the parents God gave me. But anyways, yeah, I was born, growing up in a Christian household, going to church, getting the Bible read to me, taught to me. I was getting all of this, right? And I realized Jesus is good. I want to follow Jesus the rest of my life. But there's one thing, I know for a fact he can save me, but there's one thing holding me back. One thing. Why? Well, here comes the part where I share some context on why this problem, which I'll share with you after, was such a big stopper for me. So, I overthink a lot. I do not know yet if this, my overthinking is something that God, put in me. I don't know, put in me to, do his work, or if it's a gift. But I'm seeing it as such, because my brain will overthink things, and it will go through like a billion calculations at once, and it will turn out as many scenarios as possible. So, well, not a billion calculations at once, but you know what I mean. So the story that will give context to this, I was thinking, and I was like, okay, if a wheel can only travel a certain amount of distance per revolution, per full turn, then how come a car can go faster and slower and cover more distances at a faster speed, but less distances at a slower speed? So I was like, okay, and this is like, well, duh. But no, if you really think about it, why? What? And I knew for a fact that this was possible. I knew for a fact that cars could go faster, But there was just something in my brain that was restricting me from actually believing it was possible, even though I've seen it with my eyes and I've experienced it. So, I was like, okay, well, how do we make, since it can only go a certain amount of distance per revolution, how do we make a car go faster? Well, you make the wheels do more revolutions. How do you do that? You make the wheels spin faster. Therefore, the speed, the miles per hour, you just make the wheels go faster. I was like, oh, so that's how cars cover more distances, even though the wheel is restricted to a certain amount of distance per revolution. It just makes them do more revolutions. And so, of course, I overthought that, and I was like, oh, shoot, wait, this is awesome. Now, here's where it ties into my testimony. I was like, okay, yeah, I know for a fact this is possible. Kind of like with the wheel thing, right? I know for a fact he can save me. I know for a fact, it's possible. But I don't understand how it's possible. My human brain could not fathom how it was possible. I was like, I am imperfect, right? I'm imperfect. I've sinned a bunch, right? Even though I hadn't gone on a whole tangent and done all the wild stuff that people do usually when they're apart from Christ, I was still a sinner, and I still didn't understand how God could possibly save me. He's God. But I didn't believe that God could save me, that God could be just, or that it was possible for him to allow me into heaven as an imperfect sinner. And so I was stuck here for a while, for like 2 to 3 weeks after I decided, I want to follow Jesus, but I don't know what. I don't know what's holding me back. Then I went to church, Emmaus Church in Kansas City. An amazing church. It's just, the community there was great. It's not the same as it used to be, but yeah. Anyways, and the pastor is teaching Romans 8. I think many of you are seeing where this is going. Romans 8, chapter 1. And listen up, all you people that say, I'm too bad a person. Like, God can't save me. There's no way I'm going to heaven. Listen up. Romans 8:1. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Condemnation means guilt. So the verse is saying that there is no more guilt for those who are in Christ Jesus. What a beautiful verse. What a beautiful message. It's my favorite verse to this day because it's the verse that God used to save me. And I was like, oh. And my mom even says she looked over right as he was saying that verse, she looked over and she says, man, I could have sworn that I saw a light bulb appear above my head. It clicked, I was like, oh, that's how God can save me. Don't mind that voice crack. Don't mind that. That's how God can save me. That's how it's possible. Because there's no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Because Jesus took all of that sin on him on the cross. He took all of our imperfections and all of our guilt, and he was judged for it on the cross by his own Father. And he died, he paid the price for all who will believe, all who were believing and who will believe. And then he rose again, defeating death, making it possible for us to defeat death too, if we put our faith and trust in Jesus Christ. So, for all you people out there who are like, man, I'm just way too imperfect. I've done way too many bad things. I'm too bad of a person. Please, do not let that refrain you from coming to Christ. Because genuinely, you are not too far gone. Jesus can save you. You are not too far gone.